Assalamu alaikum class, hope you are good. In today's lecture we are going to discuss some of the concept that you are facing difficulty. So the first question you people have asked me about exchange rate. So basically it is a price of nation's currency in term of another currency. An exchange rate thus has two components, the domestic currency and the foreign currency. The other question which one student have asked me about what define the types of exchange rate. So I have told you before, I am repeating it again. There are basically three type of exchange rates, which are fixed exchange rate, the other one is flexible exchange rate, or you can say that floating exchange rate. The next is managing float. Okay, the next concept which you people have asked me about fixed exchange rate. So basically this is where a government maintain a given exchange rate over a period of time. This could be for a few months or even a year. In order to maintain the exchange rate of the stated level, government uses fiscal and monetary policies to control aggregate demand. The next point which you have people ask me about advantages of fixed exchange rate. So basically advantages of fixed exchange rates are the risk and uncertainty of trade and promoting foreign direct investment, that would be known as FDI, is reduced, thus making business and investment planning possible. The next advantage to it is it reduces currency speculation, and I have told you the concept of speculation. I hope you people have learned it very well. And the next advantage to it is it create a stability in knowing the exchange rate. One student have asked me to describe few of the disadvantages of fixed exchange rate. So the disadvantages of fixed exchange rate are: in fixed exchange rate may be undervalued or overvalued, and an improvement in an economy competitiveness that result in lower prices will not be fully passed on to export customers if the exchange rate remain unchanged. Reserves are needed to protect the value. These are some of the disadvantages of fixed exchange rate. The other concept that you people have asked me about flexible exchange rate, or you can also say that floating exchange rate. So floating exchange rate is where the rate of exchange is determined purely by the demand and supply of that currency on the foreign exchange market, that would be known as flexible exchange rate. And how floating exchange rate is determined? The question arises, how floating exchange rate is determined. So the value of currency is allowed to be determined by the forces of demand and supply on the foreign exchange market, and there is no government intervention. Okay, the next concept which you people have asked me about, what do you mean by currency appreciation? So in accounting you must have learned the concept, what do you mean by appreciation? So an appreciation means an increase in the value of currency. It means a currency is worth more in terms of foreign currency. It is represented by a shift in the supply curve to the left. A rise or appreciation in the economy in the country currency will mean that the price of imports into the country will fall and the price of country's export will rise. I am repeating it again. In appreciation of currency means the price of import into the country will fall and the price of the country's export will rise. Okay, I have answered some of your question. The other question which are remaining, we will discuss it in the next lecture. For today the topic is enough. I hope you get the topic very well. If you have any queries, then do ask me on my WhatsApp number. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.